Where are we?
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Leadership Thursday. My name is Paul Croto, and I am here with the fabulous Cheryl Morley.
Hi there.
How's it going, Cheryl?
Well, it's fantastic and fabulous, and I'm so excited to be here today.
Outstanding. Well,
I really look forward to Monday and Thursday.
Yeah, they're just fantastic days. And I know you like Thursday even more than Monday.
I do. But I do love Monday, but I like Thursday because, I don't know, because I always seem to learn something super cool about myself on Thursdays.
Yeah, it is a great day. And those of you may have caught, John Maxwell was on with Eric Worre yesterday on Facebook. And that was a great little clip there. And as he went over the power of five and knowing what you want, hitting that tree, that ACT story, hitting that tree every single day, having the right tool, which Cheryl and I believe the health evaluation system is not just the best tool in longevity, but in all network marketing. There's no tool. What was that?
You know what stood out to me?
What stood out to you?
I'll tell you what stood out to me.
The frogs on the log.
No, don't run around hitting a million different trees. Hit one, or it will never fall down.
And don't use a baseball bat.
Well, listen, that's just a given. We think.
So Cheryl, you say that in a way that makes me sort of feel that maybe there's been times in your life where you've been swinging at the tree, but hitting all kinds of trees in the forest.
No, when I thought about that, I've only hit one tree for 27 years, and that's the longevity tree. I don't hit any other tree, but it just reminds me of like a lot of people that I've met, and they've hit a tree, they've hit this tree for a little bit, and then they're like, it's not falling down. I think I'm going to go find a different tree. I'm going to find a tree that's not so strong, or that's smaller, or, whatever the reason is, right? Yeah. But they go and start hitting on a different tree. And
maybe
then
because it's just a different tree.
Yeah, well, maybe.
And they're bored hitting this tree.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you right now, the more trees you hit, the less likely you are to get your goal.
To knock one down, yeah.
Oh, there's Becca. She was a tree hitter. That is awesome.
I've been called a lot of things in my life, but never a tree hitter. It's
well, that might be good.
Yeah, man. Yeah. The different titles we give people now.
Well, and the crazy thing is it's all about staying focused, right? Through the ups and the downs, through the obstacles in your way, through all of these different things. And I know you're looking at me weird because I'm talking about focus.
Yeah. I mean, people, and there's people in longevity that say, oh, I use a health evaluation, but it really didn't work. Like, okay, right. Okay. Like the ACT doesn't work. The ACT works. Okay. You got to work it. That's the bottom line. And people don't want to do the work. So anyway, Cheryl, we have established that growth matters, that connecting matters, that mindset matters, that leading matters. And what else matters?
Significance matters. And I love this.
I do too. And Cheryl and I were talking a little bit today about this, and just amazing to both of us that all these topics come up at the right time. It's just fascinating. Anyway, so I've been, as you know, all of you know, I've been studying with Tony Robbins all year. I'm in the Date with Destiny program right now. And the whole thing is these 6 human needs, which I'm obsessed with. So one of the needs is significance. We all have to feel significant. Now you might be like, not me, Paul. That's not important to me at all. I don't need to feel significant. Well, the reason why you're saying that is because you don't understand what the word means exactly, or you're doing it the wrong way. So as John mentioned at the beginning here, people think I have to be something before I'm significant, or I'll be significant when I'm a 5-star. That's not significant. I shouldn't take that back. That is significant. It's one way of becoming significant, but it's not the right way. I do not get my significance from being a 5-star. John does not get his significance from trophies he's getting and, oh, you're the greatest leadership coach of all time. He could care less about any of that. Don't give him another award. It's not what makes him feel significant. So what are some of the other ways, Cheryl, that people go about trying to find significance and have significance in their life?
Well, like you said, there's good ways and there's bad ways. So as we're going through like this little list, and John talked a little bit about this, but as we're going through it, I want you to think about if there's something in your life that you're doing that's not good for you to feel significant. Because I really want you to think about that, because if you can get clarity on that, you can understand it and know that that's happening. Because I think a lot of times we do it and we don't even know. So I think it's super important to like really kind of think about where you're at in life, think about what's going on, and if any of these things that you're doing may not be the best way to get significance. So yeah, I want to talk about them, but I also want to say one other thing, Paul, that I think, and I think you went over this, but that it's so important to know that you don't have to be something before you are significant, right? So a lot of people think, well, as soon as I get more significant, then I'll be able to help other people become significant, or give that significance away, which is the way I think about it, right? So you pour into people, you add value to their lives, and that helps you feel significant. That to me is a great way to do it. And so, but I thought it was interesting that John talked a lot about, if you think that you have to be more significant to put value into somebody else's life, then that's 100% false. Mm-hmm. Which I thought was so interesting, and which I thought was so awesome, because I think a lot of times we wait until we're better
until we're significant.
Yeah, that's right.
It's crazy.
That's exactly right. Till we feel significant.
Yeah.
To help others. Yeah, to help others feel that same way. Okay, so here's some ways. Some people feel significant when they spread rumors.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know anyone like that.
I thought that was so odd.
I can see everyone be like, yeah, I know 2 or 3 people like that.
Well, I just think it's interesting. And it's because you know something that other people don't. So I feel good about myself that I know something that other people don't, and I can share that. That's so interesting to me. Okay, that's one.
Well, just as we go through these, think in your mind of who you know that does this. So because this will all strike home with everyone here, because we all know 1 or 2 people that meet all of these things that are doing this like a pro. I mean, it is their job to spread rumors. Okay, if you ask them.
So another one is, some people feel significant when they're sick, or when they feel sick, or when they, that's called a hypochondriac. I'm very well versed in this. I know a few people that have this, and it's so fascinating to me. I'm like, don't you? And it's always confusing to me, because I want to help them, right? I want to help them get healthy, but they don't want to get healthy, right? They're finding their significance in being sick. Some people feel significant when they cause drama. And some people cause drama so that they can feel significant when they ride in on a white horse and fix it. That's another great way.
I don't know anyone like that, but okay.
Well, I do. So some people feel significant when they point a gun at someone else, which I think that's so interesting. Now, Paul, you'll have to explain that, because I'm like, what? So they
just everyone has to have this
over someone?
Yeah, you just have power over somebody. So I feel very significant with the gun in my hand, pointing it at you, that I'm now in control of your life. And I'm going to decide whether you live or die right now.
Okay, here's another. Yeah. Oh, okay. Some people feel significant by marrying someone rich or with a title, right? So that they don't have their own significance, but their significant other is significant. That's interesting. Some people feel significant because of the things that they own. Who do you know that keeps up with the Joneses? Because that's a perfect way to kind of decide, and if you know somebody that's like that, that's exactly what they're doing, right? Yes.
Absolutely. Now, so all these things are the wrong way to be significant. We're not saying buying yachts or cars or something is a way of, that's not how I feel significant. Just because I like them, that's not where I get my significance from. So you have to separate the two, but and ask, why do you want these things, or why are you doing this? So the correct way to meet your need for significance is to do something that makes you feel fulfilled. That is the sign that you're getting this need filled in the proper way. So in the chat, we want everyone to answer this question. I feel fulfilled if, or I feel fulfilled when. What makes you feel fulfilled? And we are talking to health coaches, so this is a super, super easy question here.
But we want to hear other things you might have to say.
Well, we should see 40 people chatting in when I raise someone's health score.
Hey, that's a great way to look at it.
I mean, if you break it down and really look at it, is there anything in the world you can do for another human being better than helping them raise their health score? Nothing. Nothing comes close. Now you can help them with their finances too, and get them in the business and help them be a successful health coach, which is also fantastic. But you got to help them with their health first, because it doesn't matter how much money you're making if you're dead. Yep, good.
I feel fulfilled when I research something and find that what I am researching is true and can back up the logic of what I am suggesting as fact-based. Okay, very good. Yep. Change a health challenge, helping other souls from Terry. When I can change the quality of someone's life.
So what John is saying, what Tony's saying is, when they get all this fan mail every single day, and these people go on and on and on, how you have completely changed my life. I was about to commit suicide or in a really bad place. And because of you and your teachings, I am now super successful. You turned my whole life around. That is the ultimate feeling of fulfillment. You just can't beat that. You've changed another human being's life, which of course is going to change your life in return. So I love that boomerang thing. We didn't talk about the boomerang thing yet. We'll get to it, but I love that analogy. It's absolutely fantastic. Yeah. So it's all about taking focus off of you and onto other people. And I just, we all know from all our teachings on Mondays that the number one thing holding us back is judgment, where we're worried about what someone's going to think about us. Who cares? That is the last thing on the planet I'm worried about. What I'm worried about is making an impact on people's lives. So yeah, it's taking the focus. When you are worried about what someone's saying about you, what are you doing? You're putting all the focus on you. You're being completely selfish. So take the focus off of you. You don't matter here. What matters is the other person. It's getting into their life. John would rather help someone become a better leader than anything else in the world. Just name something and you'd be like, no, I'd rather help someone become a better leader. Yeah, that would be his answer to anything.
Something I like about it, Paul, is when you say it takes the focus off of you and onto other people, that's exactly the business that we're in. That's it. Like in a nutshell, that's it. Because unless you, as a health coach, help other people become successful or healthy or whatever it is, you will not be fulfilled. You will not be successful. And it's so fascinating to me that this is perfectly set up. Now, what if, and I was thinking about this, actually, I was thinking about a couple people in my life who are not in network marketing. And I was just talking to one of them, a really good friend of mine, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 months ago. And he said, I have everything. He's a millionaire. He's fantastic. He gets to do everything. And he's the greatest guy. And he said, but I just don't feel like fulfilled. Like, what am I doing? Like, who am I helping? And I'm like, well, you help people. And he said, yeah, stay out of jail, right? I mean, this is the conversation we're having. And that is what he does. But he doesn't feel that fulfillment that comes so easily, I think, so easily for us as network marketers, which is fascinating to me. I mean, it's like perfectly set up for us to have literally all of the things that we need. But a lot of people go through life and they are never fulfilled, and they are looking for that fulfillment no matter what, even when they're super successful.
Yeah. I mean, Cheryl, we were just talking about how the highest suicide rate is not in like people who are broke. It's millionaires.
That's right.
You know, and we can just point around at all the famous people that we know that have touched our lives that have committed suicide. Singers, actors, all kinds of people that you're like, what? Super successful, no fulfillment. It's the worst place to be in life.
That's right. And I love this because, and I love that we're talking about it now, because, you know, I'll never forget, because I honestly, for years, I thought that the whole thing was, you know, it's all about, success was all about money. And that's it. That's all there was to it. And I'll never forget when I figured out that that had nothing to do with it. And I was so, I don't even know, maybe devastated is a good word, because it was so hard for me to realize that I'd worked for this one thing for, you know, over 20 years. And then I was like, oh my gosh, now what? And I didn't have the feeling, but I did know that if somebody sent me a card or somebody sent me a note and told me thank you, it like changed my day, my week, my, you know, my month, if somebody sent me that. And so I kind of had like an idea that it had nothing now to do with me, but it had to do with me helping other people and being there for other people. So I love the way John explains it though, because he is a master at it, and it's just fascinating.
Yeah, he really is. And yesterday was no exception. He just loves network marketing because it's the only industry in the world that forces you to go help other people in order for you to be successful.
Right.
So you have to become fulfilled at the same time you're becoming successful.
Yeah. And the more people you help, the more successful you are.
And the more fulfilled you feel.
Right.
So it's just, when we say that it's the perfect business, we really mean that. There's nothing in the world that can make you feel this successful and this fulfilled at the same time. And you will meet, you know, I get to meet all the top income earners in the industry, and they're just the best people in the world to hang out with. I mean, they are happy and joyful and grateful and all these things because they have both this success and fulfillment in their life, which is just absolutely, absolutely fantastic. I love it. So let's talk about, we, you know, a lot of people, we went through, I feel fulfilled when, and we're taking the focus off of us. And John made a comment that if it was just about success, he would have quit 10 years ago. So for him, it's all about feeling fulfilled now. And I think we're going to read this later, but I love this part about if you're still alive, you have not lived your purpose yet, or your full purpose yet.
Yeah.
So John just feels like I got to keep living. As long as I'm alive, I must be here for a purpose. So he's going to keep doing seminars, keep writing books, and adding value to people's lives and helping people raise their leadership lid. So for me to feel significant, if I can elevate you, I will feel significant and fulfilled. So my big word, and we're going to talk about words in a second here, is elevate. I'm completely 100% obsessed with this word. Every moment of my life is about one thing, and that's making things go up. And there's nothing that makes me feel more successful and more fulfilled when I help all of you make things go up. So I'm completely living on purpose right now, teaching this class and seeing all of the success that everyone's having. It's just absolutely fantastic. And I feel very blessed and grateful that I'm part of this amazing tribe of people. So let's talk about the levels of leadership, Cheryl. So this is kind of what John was referring to. So in the beginning, level one of leadership is just position. So you were following Cheryl because she's the top person in the company. Just who's the top? Who's the master distributor? Cheryl. Everybody else is below her. So, you know, they follow you because of the position, or maybe you were listening to me because, oh, Paul made 5-star, so he's got a title. so I'm going to go listen to them. Not that I did anything or anything, but it was just a position thing. But then you move into permission, to where people follow you because they want to, which is really what network marketing is about. I mean, none of you have to be here today. You're here because you want to be here. So Cheryl and I feel, again, very grateful and significant and fulfilled by reaching level 2 of this leadership thing, because you're all here, not because we're paying you to be here, but because you want to be here, which is fantastic. The third thing that leadership level to get to is production, where people are seeing results. So people follow you because of what you have done for the organization. So they, maybe a lot of you haven't raised your paycheck yet, or haven't reached the level of success you want to. You're not a 5-star yet, but you can see the impact that this Institute of Holistic Health has had on other people. So you see the success, you want to be part of all of this. So you keep coming and you keep working, and you're not there at the success level you want to be at yet, but you can feel like it's going to happen because you're in the right place at the right time with the right community. So that's level 3. And then level 4 is people development. So now people follow you because what you have done for them. So there's people on this call that are 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, 4-star. They all feel they're all here because of the results that Cheryl and I have been able to produce for you. So that's people development. And then eventually you get to John's level, which we're not at yet, but it's the pinnacle. And that's where it's just sheer respect. You've done it for so long. You've helped so many millions of people reach success. This is the John Maxwell's, the Tony Robbins, the Brendan Burchards, the most successful people in the world have reached this pinnacle we just follow them because we respect them. When John's new book comes out, I just have it on auto ship. I mean, I don't need to ship it. I don't even know the title. I don't need to know it. I just know John wrote it, sent it to me. I just have that much respect for him. That's the pinnacle. So you look at this and you're like, okay, are people following me because of position, just because I'm above them? Are people following me because they really want to? Are they following me because of the massive impact I've had on the organization? Are they following me because of the massive impact I've had on them? So you have to ask yourself, where are you at these levels of leadership? And as you move up, you feel more and more significant and you feel more and more fulfilled.
And let me say this, Paul, if you do have people following you, then I strongly suggest that you know where you're going. Because if not, then it can get real dicey real quick, right?
Yeah.
So you need to be clear on what you're doing, which I think is the next part that we're going to talk about here. But I just think it's so important to, if somebody came up to you and said, hey, listen, what are you doing? I want to come. I want to do whatever you're doing. I hope you know exactly what it is, like how you would lead them and guide them to what, and show them what you're doing.
Yeah. And the best analogy, again, goes back to the tree story that John told yesterday, where I want to knock a tree down. Well, we don't actually want to knock a tree down. We want to go 5-star, but it's just an analogy for the result that you want. So you got to know that I want to knock a tree down. So what is your tree that you're trying to knock down? Oh, I'm trying to reach this weight. I'm trying to make this much money. I'm trying to hit this rank. I'm trying to build my marriage. Whatever it is that you're trying to hit, it's got to be a well-defined goal, which is the tree, knocking the tree down. It's a very specific goal. You will absolutely know when you achieve that goal, because the tree will go from being vertical to being horizontal. So it's a big change in the tree. So you're there, okay?
Yeah.
So
well, and then you have to know what the 5 swings are, right? Like, what are the 5 swings? The tools, that's the axe that you're going to hit the tree with. But what are the swings that you're doing every single day?
Yep. And that's what we go over on Mondays. We go over going over how to recruit and sell and the funnel and doing those activities. Those are the swings of the axe, the building your list, the doing the initial consultation, the doing the health evaluation. Yeah.
Yeah.
All those are the swings of the axe. So Cheryl, let's talk about the key to finding your purpose. And John mentioned in these 4 parts here that I want to make a difference is number one.
Yeah, I love this. So I love that it all comes back to your purpose. And please put in this chat if you have your purpose defined. What is your purpose? Do you have it defined? Do you know exactly what it is? Do you read it every single day? Because I think that that is super important, that you have that written down and that you know what that is. Okay, so the first one, I want to make a difference. So there is a significance boomerang in life, which I love that he calls it a significance boomerang, right? And that just means simply that if you throw out love, you get love back. Okay? If you throw out negativity, you get negativity back. If
Every
you
time.
throw out happiness, you get happiness back. If you throw out kindness, you get kindness back, right? This is, I don't know, it just makes a lot of sense to me. And it is whatever you throw out, that's exactly what you get back, right? But just remember that, you know, it's just a little bit at a time. Just, you know, if you feel like, gosh, I kind of feel like a negative person sometimes, just look at that, change that a little bit, throw out positivity. And, you know, it all starts too. Paul told me, I think 5 years ago, one of the best things that he ever did was give people a compliment. Well, you could start there. Why don't we give people a smile? Pull down the mask and smile. That would help, because a lot of people haven't seen a smile in 2 years, right? And so that could be something. That's a little way that you can make a difference. But really complimenting someone, you guys should try that. Compliment someone every single day and see what comes back to you. It will be unbelievable, right?
Yeah.
And so it's all about that.
Yeah. And, you know, just having someone do a health evaluation, helping them make their health score go up. I mean, you don't have to, again, change the world. Like John said, you just got to do make a small difference in one person's life to get the ball rolling. And then amazing things will follow afterwards. So absolutely start small. What's number 2, Cheryl?
Do something that makes a difference. And I think that that's what you just said. You have to get that health evaluation out and get the health score raised, right? So he talks about the purpose path. So I love this. So here's the deal. You start with one word that best describes you.
Well, pick one word. I should change it to pick one word that describes you, but start with 5.
Oh, yeah. You have to start with 5 that describe you. And then you're going to pick one that you really feel like defines you. And John picked lead. That was his word that he picked. That was his last word that he picked. And I wish I remembered what his other ones were, but one was, I think
serve, I think was one.
Yeah, teach. I can't remember. But anyway, he came down to this one that's lead. And you might have to think about it a minute or two, because Paul asked me and I was like, I have to think about it. Even though the first word that came out of my mouth was driven, right? Because I'm quite driven.
So Caroline put in there, serve, give, lead, share, work with John's 5.
Perfect.
Does any of those feel like that is your purpose? Serve, give, lead, share, work. So we want to hear from all of you. Like, you know, you don't have to put your 5 words in, but hopefully you've come down to put 5 on a piece of paper and then put the one word in. And as John said, it's one word into the chat. We'd love to see it. Serve is a good one. Love.
And my whole thing is when I said driven, but I mean, I was thinking, Paul, what would my purpose statement be? Drive people into the ground? That's not what it's going to be.
Be a slave driver here.
Yeah, no. But now I want to switch my word. I'm like, that's not going to sit. That doesn't sound good to me. That does not sound good to me.
we gotta switch the way we're explaining this, because it's not the one word that describes you the best. And you know, it's really the word that is your purpose. You know, what you feel like your purpose is on this earth. So
yeah, and it can't be drive for me. So I'm going to have to come up with something.
Let's change one. We want it to be Cheryl here.
I don't know.
Serve. I
have
think
to
serve
think
is
about it.
good. Give.
Oh, well, I've done that my whole life. I could have give. But no, I'm gonna have to think about it.
Okay. Well, we're going to put lead down for now because that is.
You've got yours, Paul. My purpose is to help people elevate their life. Now, listen, with that, nobody's gonna be wondering what you're doing. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. And I, the biggest person that doesn't wonder what I'm doing is me. I mean, because, I'm sure, I'm positive that everybody here live and watching this recording didn't know what their purpose statement is before today. So to take the time, and I'm just like, well, what's my purpose statement? Well, my purpose is to help people elevate their life. Wow, that is super simple, but so true. So, I mean, I got that highlighted and written on my computer over here. And it's just every morning I wake up, I read that. My purpose is to help people elevate their life. That's what I'm going to do today.
Douglas put in educate, which is super cool.
Yeah. It's a good one too.
Yeah, it is.
So what is your purpose statement? Type it in the chat here. My purpose is to blank, is to educate people.
Yeah.
Is to serve others, whatever it is. So you've got to have a purpose statement.
And then I love number 4. That's like the best.
Well, how often are we going to elevate?
Well, every day would be good if we could take some action on our purpose statement. So every single day we need to take that action.
Now there's a new concept.
It is. It's something
So it's
different.
not enough just to have a purpose statement?
Well, listen, I like to take action without a purpose statement. So it could go either way. It could go either way. I'm all about action. I just am never sure.
Listen,
where
I
I'm
don't know
going,
what my goal is, but I'm just going to
but
knock this tree down.
But I'm going. I'm going. Right. So it could be either way. So once you can marry those two things together, like I honestly believe life will change, right? Your life will change and you can help and change other people's lives.
Yeah. I mean, John, so he says, I take action every day. So every single day. And again, I can't emphasize the way John says every day. It's 365.
Oh,
that
yeah.
he helps people become better leaders. It's to be a lid lifter. Lid lifter. Excuse me. Jeez. That's easy for me to say.
L's. There's too many L's.
There really is. One too many there. Lid lifter is what John does every single day.
Yes.
So whatever you put, that's got to become your obsession, that this is what I'm going to do every single day. And, this is where he said, if you're still alive, then you have not lived out your whole purpose yet, which was great. I also love the quote that I did not put in here, but I will type in now, that there's 2 fantastic days in your life, or the 2 best days of your life are the day you were born and the day you figure out why. That's how important your purpose is. So you can figure out what your purpose is. And let me give you a hint. And Cheryl and I had a long conversation about this today. We do not feel that you are hearing our voice at this moment by accident. Everything is prearranged. There is no accidents in life. You are here because what happened to my video? You're here because you were meant to be here. This is your purpose. Your purpose is to be a health coach, to help people elevate their health score, to help them okay, well, I got big problems here. The host has asked you to start the video. Is that you, Becca?
Yes. Maybe you should start it. Oh, there you are. There you go.
I'm just a little worried about what video is about to play because I've been in a couple of Zooms where different types of videos have been playing. And
And that is something we don't want to elevate. So let's just
not during our leadership Zoom, no.
Yeah. Okay, so this is awesome. And I love this whole idea of like the way it's put into, each step, right? So you need to pick your 5 words and then pick your 1 word, write your purpose statement, and then take action. I love that.
Yeah. And be significant today. I love that. Just like, well, someday I'll be significant. Nope. Today.
Nope.
Go find someone you can become significant in their life today. Awesome. Well, we want to hear from all of you. So let's open the chat up here. And
Or raise your
you
hand.
can,
I want someone to raise their hand and
raise their hand. And let us know your thoughts on this lesson.
Okay, Verna, you're up.
Verna, I got.
Verna. She raised her hand manually and I saw it.
Oh, manually.
Yeah, so that we'll go with Verna.
So in terms of significance, I was feeling or feel very significant when I can help someone to overcome a health challenge, or I feel significant when someone says to me, I don't feel well, and I have an answer for them. And last night, a couple of days, my friend was feeling not well. And she told me she wasn't feeling well. So I told her a couple of remedies, something very simple like our plant-derived minerals. Do you have plant-derived minerals in your house? Yes. Okay, take some of that and use that and gargle your throat. And she kept on with one thing after another, but I kept referring her to the plant-derived minerals. And voila, she was feeling a lot better. So when I'm able to help someone and they're able to get a result, now that makes me feel very significant and powerful. Back to you, Cheryl.
Thank you, Verna. I love that. Absolutely. That feeling, there is no other feeling like it, is there? It's just incredible. And to be able to do that. So, okay, thank you so much, Verna. And next we have, I'm looking, Caroline.
Oh, hello, my friends. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm outstanding. So can I tell the frog story now?
Yes.
Avoiding the frog story. And I love the frog story. And it's John shared it on the Eric Worre thing. But there's 5 frogs sitting on a log and 4 of them decided to jump off. So how many frogs were left?
1.
5.
There were 5. Just because they decided didn't mean that they took the action it took to jump off the log. And I love that story.
I love that too.
Because it's just the, it's like the epitome of, we can have all of the passion and the drive and the determination and all of the everything else. But if we don't take action, if we don't do it today, do it every day, and not wait until all of the puzzle pieces are all perfectly put together to take action, it's never going to happen. And then we will be those people that have that so sad and sorry time where they're so sad about the things that they never did. And they feel worse about the things they never did than the things that they did do. And I just really thought that little story about making that decision. And one thing that, like, I wrote my fulfillment piece, that I feel fulfilled when I have seen what I've done be replicated into others by the people that I have worked with. And I think the first time you see that is in your kids and things, when you start working with your kids on how to treat people and how to live out in this world. And then you see them affecting change in others because of what you have shared with them. It just rolls all into everything, and including lives. And so my purpose is to help people find the life that they want and go after it so that they can live by design and not by default. And that's all.
I love
it,
Caroline. That was so good.
Love it.
So Paul sent me a quote earlier that said, 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did do. And that's what that
That's
just
the one.
reminded me of. And let me tell you, I'm like, oh my gosh, I've got to get on vacation, because there is a lot of vacations that need to be taken. And I definitely don't.
Listen, Cheryl, you don't want to live with regret, okay?
I appreciate that. Okay, I'm kidding. All right. So Natalie, how are you, my friend? Trying to unmute.
There we go.
There you are.
All righty. Like Paul said, the reason of today, is everything's for a reason. Caroline, your words are perfect. Yesterday I was asked to meet with someone, and this is so timely. It's the daughter of an older mom who was having trouble with her health. And when I got over there, she had so many supplements. All I could think, the only word that kept running through my head was fractionated, 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 because it was a little bit of it and no plan whatsoever. It was all, well, she's got this, so let's take this and this. And so we did the health evaluation, and we'd had the conversation. Her mom was talking about things. Come to find out, her mother is extremely depressed after missing her husband for so many years and living alone, just wasn't eating. And everything she talked about was all in blood sugars. But I had a perfect plan. But I looked at her mom and just with the most compassion I could and said, but honey, you've got to eat first. Like, I can help you all the time, but we first have to get some food in you that what we give you is going to work for you. And as we finished talking, just that little bit, I felt so significant because the daughter was there, the other mom-in-law was there, and the son, and they were all like, so what can I get? So it turned from a 1-person to a 4-person kind of result, but it was all that very simple, like, yeah, I've got the answers, but like Verna said, let's start with some plant-derived minerals. Let's get what you are eating to absorb. We're going to put the TMR shake in there because she doesn't like to cook and doesn't like to eat, but we got to get something in there. And then we can go to the next step. But I think it's that whole part of, we don't have to throw the, as they say, the medicine cabinet at it. We need to go where they are. And it was such a great experience to go, I can have all the answers, but again, if the person doesn't know where they need to start, it doesn't have any value. And so helping her realize that, she left in a better mood. I said, set a plate for your husband. Talk to him for dinner. You're in an apartment. Nobody cares what you're saying. And if they give you any grief, just say, I'm talking to my husband. Leave me alone. Just to kind of lift her up that, yeah, we do miss them. And then I asked her the question too. So what do you think your owl would say? Oh, I should probably eat. And I said, exactly. So yeah. It was just kind of neat to go. They saw the value, but her answer was something she needed to do first, but now she's ready to do that. So I'm excited where that's going to go. But like Caroline said, it's just, we got to decide, which frog are we going to be, in the bog or on the log? Just wanted to share that.
So good. That was so great. Thank you, Natalie, for sharing that. All right, we have Debbie.
Hi, everybody. Someone unmuted me. Yay! With significance, it just makes me feel so much better that when somebody is improving and they're happier and seeing the smile on their faces and how they feel. And, when I heard John talk about, just start giving significance, to people, because it's like a significant boomerang, like Cheryl said. I've been thinking that for many, many years, and it's coming back to me now. So I'm just so happy that we did this lesson today. So.
Yeah, great timing. Yeah. Super, super, super. Thanks for those comments. Anyone else have any comments that, I know Cheryl, she's always panning the crowd.
Listen,
it's funny because
listen to this. My brother just sent me a text and said, I landed. Are you here? You can see I'm at my house. I'm a little horrified. Apparently,
I love that. That is
detail.
Epic. I'm so glad we got that on video and recorded, because that is absolutely priceless.
Oh my gosh. Cindy, yeah. I want to hear from Cindy.
The intentional living of scheduling is blowing me away.
The devil's
Okay.
in the details, my friend. Hi, Cindy.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, because my mic is being a little special. We've had some interesting weather in Texas. But anyway, for me, as an early childhood educator, it's all about the kids for me and everyone else too. But, the kids are so important, and just seeing so many kids who have suffered so much, and especially now with everything that's going on, is so important for me in elevating health, for their families, but the children. And I can look at my grandbabies, they've been just here at home, and we've been working with them, and they've actually been so successful doing this whole craziness, because as coaches, we've learned so much added to everything that Dr. Wallach has talked about for so many years with our kids. And it just touches my heart. Now my pastor is going to allow me to work on a program so we can do the 90 for Life Victory Garden, and the university. I'm going to partner with them and just do some things, because with our babies, they're really, really suffering. So many are suffering. And now with this craziness touching their lives, their health, it does not have to happen. We elevate the health and we educate the parents, and the children. My grandbabies are like, it's like, Nana, I need my Z radical. I need my, my kids, the minerals, everything, they're about all of that, the oils, everything. So everything that I do, I teach them, and my family. Some are not as willing to listen, but it's so awesome. And with everything we're doing, with just elevating our health, and changing our mindset, the neuro tools, all of this has just been so much. And, I've heard people say, well, you can't change the world, but you can touch one person at a time. So just thank you guys so much for what you do. Y'all are so encouraging to me. Cheryl, Paul, and Becca. And Cheryl, I received my wonderful, I didn't get a chance to post them yet, because I'm just now getting to where, I can possibly do Facebook or some of those things, but my son is doing some things. So we're creating things, and thanks to you guys so, so much. And things are really changing. So I just want to thank y'all so much.
Yay.
That is
Good
so
job.
fantastic. And when you mentioned the word educate, I really, man, if I didn't have elevate, I'd pick educate, because I just think it's a great word. It's a great purpose. Everything you just said. And in order to educate, you have to help other people. You have to first learn it yourself, and then you can contribute to others.
Yes.
So
You guys
I
have
love
given us
the
arsenal of tools. Thank you so much.
what was that?
Oh, she's muted. I like that. Don't turn Paul's camera off. I like it when he freezes in these different positions.
It happens
I'm
at the
just
most
kidding.
opportune moments.
It really does. Wait, Cindy, what did you say?
Okay, you guys have given us an arsenal of tools. We have so much. And I just have to be careful not to get too anxious when I'm putting everything together, because, we don't want to spill over on people and they get confused. So just kind of baby steps, sometimes just offering our good food bad list has changed people's lives. So I'm
Sure.
just seeing amazing miracles. So I thank you guys so much. This community that you've built has just been an awesome blessing.
Thank you for those kind words.
Awesome. Thank you, Cindy.
And Cheryl, someday when I'm significant in making money, I can afford a camera that works. It's going to feel very fulfilling to have that happen.
Get a little class on how to say your words too, like your L's.
Yeah, I'm having a tough time with the L's today. I don't know what it is.
I'm totally kidding. I have to give Paul a hard time because he did like 1,000 times better in school than I did. So-
No.
In fact, you went to school and I didn't. So oh my gosh. Okay. Is there anybody else that wants to share? I thought I saw Debbie up there, but Debbie, were
She
you
was up there.
I know. That's what I thought. Okay. You want to share, my friend?
She did share.
Oh gosh. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. You guys, sorry. I was trying to work with my brother. I'm so sorry. And I forgot him. And now maybe I need to go to a class on listening. Gosh, okay.
We all have L things going on here.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Okay.
All right. Well, this has been great, Cheryl. I feel very significant now.
You guys, you should. Now, let me just say one thing. 5 words, 5 words. If you don't have them, please come up with them. And it's 5 words, and then you come down to 1. And that 1 word, you're going to write a purpose statement about. I think that's so important to do. And Paul, does this, like, it kind of ties in, like, to me, I was thinking it kind of ties into that energy card. Does it tie into the energy card with Deb a little bit, or no, not really?
A little bit, it's definitely talking about your talents and what you're good at and what you're meant to do. So, but this is a very specific sentence. My purpose is to help people elevate their life.
Yeah.
So that's clear, so my purpose is to help people become healthier. That could be a very specific statement that you made.
Well, and I do like how simple it is, right? Because like you said, nobody's confused about that.
And this is really for you, for you to understand, like, how do you even, if you don't know what your purpose is, how do you know you're living on purpose? So you have to know this, and what is your word? I think is fantastic. And you're more than welcome to use any of the John's words or my word, elevate, or whatever resonates with you, so that you feel like you're living on purpose every moment of your life. Something you can really get behind. All right. Awesome. Great job, everyone. Thank you, Cheryl, for all of your wisdom and smart comments at me. We're going to be back on Monday.
Yes.
I think, yeah, Monday.
Yes.
And we're going to be doing the mindset. And then next week, we're going to do significance matters part 2. And then maybe we'll do even a week of like a recap, and talk about all 5 and what we got out of this program. And I love reviewing. So after a program like this, I think a week of going back and making kind of like taking all the weeks and smushing them together into what are the best notes we got out of the whole program. And then we're going to jump into the 15 laws of growth.
Yes, which I'm so excited
Hopefully
about.
everyone's saving up their money so they can buy that book and follow along with us, because we're going to do a chapter a week in that, which will be 15 weeks long.
And we're going to do like Deb's next thing too, right?
Yeah, we're going to keep on marching with that. So those of you that are on Deb's program, if you're not, no big deal. But if you want to jump in that, we're going to be doing I Can Start in a couple weeks, whenever we finish what we're doing now with the I Can Sell and Recruit. The name of the book is The 15 Laws of Growth. Super great book. All right, everybody. Awesome job. Have an amazing weekend. And we will see you next week. So unmute the lines and have everyone say goodbye.
Bye, you guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Monday.
Bye, everyone. Have a great weekend.
I hope to see my book.
Great day.
Thank you.